Honest to goodness, I used to think it would be impossible for me to stand out. If you don't sing, dance, or have an in-your-face personality, you might be feeling the same way too. And yet, here I am, over 10 years later, having built a brand that's fairly well respected and known in my industry. And I still don't sing or dance. You're welcome. But seriously, it is possible to stand out just as yourself without changing a single thing. And we're gonna break down how using these 5 questions. First, start by looking around your industry. What does everyone else in your space look like? And I know sometimes this can bring up some not so great feelings, like comparing yourself to someone who is doing better than you and then feeling dejected. But I want you to put your research hat on and look at it through the eyes of your dream client, because they're not looking at you with judgment about your self-worth or your success. They're focused on their problems, and they're just looking for someone who can help them with the solution. So in order to stand out from the crowd, question number 1 is, how are you different? It might be that your experience sets you apart. For me, I first built a 6-figure business while working a 9-to-5. It's not something that a lot of people are doing or talking about. Or you can look at your background and how that brings a unique perspective to the table. My personal background was in engineering, so I come at sales from a really analytical lens. But you also want to examine your personality. What sets your vibe apart from others in your field? This one really stumped me in the beginning. I was afraid, honestly. I don't have an outgoing, bubbly personality or a crazy origin story, and it made me feel like I just didn't have what it took to stand out. But then I dug deeper and I realized I was different in a lot of ways, just like you are. For me, take my hardcore introversion. Do you know how many introverts relate to and want to work with other introverts? A lot. And even parts of my personality that I thought were super boring were actually really relatable. Like my love of TV shows and talking about them. This actually is one of the things that helps me relate to people who want a good work-life balance. You also want to bring out your story, even if you feel like it's basic. Please don't judge your motivations and your background before you share them, because the truth is, everyone has a story and it's always worth sharing. For example, I was motivated to start my first business when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, my dad collapsed from heart failure, and my sister almost lost her eyesight. I wanted the flexibility to be there for my loved ones when they needed me. But I'd also love to hear from you. Please let us know in the comments the why behind your business. What is the reason that you started this in the first place? Because that will be naturally compelling to your dream clients. Next, this second piece of the puzzle gets right to the heart of what your dream client is looking for: their transformation after buying. So for question number 2, you want to show your customers how you will give them that. In other words, what is your secret sauce? How do you help your clients get their results? Let's go over an example to get your ideas flowing. I've helped a lot of health coaches over the years. And the interesting thing is, they're technically all delivering the same transformation of helping their clients get healthier, but they all do it in totally different ways. One uses herbs, another uses customized workouts, and another uses the power of your mindset. What it comes down to is that your methodology reflects something vitally important in your business and something to address in question number 3. What is the driving value behind why you do what you do? Or, as I like to think about it, what could you shout from the rooftops all day long? For example, one of my clients is a career coach who believes that you can have the career you want without working 24/7 or burning yourself out. And her entire coaching process is centered around that core belief. The cool thing is, it is totally different from the value of a different career coach client of mine. Her belief is that a job is not just a job. It should be something that absolutely fulfills you. And everything she teaches is centered around that belief. Each of them is a great career coach, but they approach it from a completely different lens because of their different experiences. And because of that, they naturally attract completely different clients. For me, as a business coach, my belief is that anyone can build the business of your dreams if you're willing to do the work. And that's exactly why people come to me, to learn how to do the work of building the skills, systems, and team that go into creating a highly profitable business. Sharing your values and beliefs will help you do the same. So high five to naturally attracting ideal clients who resonate with your values and beliefs. But up until this point, we've been doing a lot of talking about you. And as awesome as I am sure you are, we also have to look at the biggest and possibly most important piece of the puzzle, thus question number 4. How is your audience different? To get an idea of just how important this question is, let's take a look at the difference between Walmart and Whole Foods. Both sell food, sure. But the vibes are totally different, and because of that, the types of customers they attract are also totally different. Take Walmart. Their motto is save money, live better. And peppered throughout the store, you will see this sign that signals that they are committed to providing the lowest price to their price-conscious customers. You are not gonna walk into a Walmart and be hoodwinked into thinking that you are going to get the best quality or the best service. And that's okay, because the store is providing what their customers value most: budget-friendly shopping for your family. But then there's Whole Foods, with the model of whole foods, whole people, whole planet. They want to provide high quality organic foods while taking care of people and the planet. It's clear that their audience cares a lot about quality, and they're willing to pay more for it. So take a look at what makes your audience stand out. What do they value? How does engaging with you online make them feel? Then make your content with this in mind. But also, let's not forget that your ultimate goal is to make more sales, aka how you make a living. And that's why question number 5 is the final piece to standing out above the rest. How is your product different? Is it more comprehensive? Do you have better service, faster results? What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think about it? For me, my first flagship product was created from a need that I personally experienced deeply, because it took me $60,000 spending on courses, coaches, and all the things I didn't even know I didn't know to figure out how to get my first online business off the ground. I'm talking how to do copywriting, social media, sales. Literally everything was trial and error, so I was spending money like crazy figuring it all out. Once I did finally figure it out and was able to quit my 9-to-5, I had a fire within me. I didn't want anyone else to go through the pain I did while trying to figure it out. So I decided to make a course to show people how to go from employee to entrepreneur in the simplest way possible. That's why my answer to question number 5 would be quality. My product is comprehensive, detailed, and it has stood the test of time. Sure, we update the strategies as needed to make sure it's up to date, but at its core, it's the same comprehensive, detailed program. The same one that has helped 3,000 people and counting with a mountain of incredible client results. But now, I would love to hear from you. Are you starting to feel like standing out is a bit more attainable when you've started to look at it through this lens? At the very least, I hope you're feeling more confident that you are not boring and you have got plenty to share. So let me know, and I can't wait to hear from you.